All right, the learning target for today is I can describe functions from a graph. We're actually going to be looking at graphs for the next couple of days. So one way to describe a graph is talking about whether it is linear or nonlinear. So linear, of course, means it's a straight line. Nonlinear means it's not a straight line. And increasing and decreasing. So increasing going up, decreasing going down. This is very, very easy today for this part of it. So looking at this graph right here, we could say that it is linear because it's a straight line and decreasing because it is going down. So if you were to describe this, you would say it is linear decreasing. Where the second graph does not make a straight line, there is a curved line. So it's not going up at a constant rate. So it is nonlinear, but it is going up. So it's nonlinear and increasing. Increasing going up, decreasing going down. This slide is extremely important because of these words right here. Describe the graph of the function between the specified values. Use correct vocabulary. The reason this is important is because right now this is exactly how it is worded on your summative assessment, and I want to make sure that you know what it means, because at first glance, unless it's explained to you, there'd be no reason for you to know exactly what this means. So describe the graph of the function between the specified values. Use correct vocabulary. So let's break it down. Between the specified values just means that you are going to look at the graphs between the x's at these values. So between the specified values means to look at the graph between the x's at these values. And you're going to describe using the correct vocabulary, meaning increasing or decreasing, linear or nonlinear. So what we just looked at. So you're breaking the graph down into different parts. So first look between -2 and 0. So between -2, so on the x-axis, so let's mark our x-axis. It says between when x is -2, that's right here, and x is 0, that's right here. So what is happening at this section of the graph? Between that section of the graph, it is linear because it is a straight line, and it is increasing. Increasing. And then look at the next section. The next section is between when x is 0, so x is 0 right here in the middle, and x is 2 right here. So we're looking at that section of the graph. So for that section of the graph, it is still linear, but now it is decreasing. So linear, decreasing. So each portion of the graph might have a different set of vocabulary that it's used to describe it. So next example, we have to first see what the directions are. Describe the graph of the function between the specified values. So here are the specified values. Use correct vocabulary. Remember, that's linear, nonlinear, increasing, decreasing. So the specified values for this first part of the problem is when x is -4, so I'm going to come over here to my graph and I'm going to find when x is -4, which is right there. And x is -2, so it's right there. So I'm going to just look at that section of the graph. That section of the graph is going downhill, so it's decreasing, and it does not form a straight line. There's a curve to it. So it is non-linear decreasing. Then I'm going to go to my next part. So when x is -2, feel free to color code like I am. So when x is -2 and x is 0, so right here. So for this section of the graph, it is still nonlinear, but now it is increasing. Pretty easy stuff.